Good morning. All right, give me a second. So, morning, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. If you had 100 hours left in your life until you just drop dead, so that's about 4 days, suppose you die in 4 days, what would you do within those 4 days to live your life without regrets and those last moments to satisfaction? For what three most important things would you do for the three most important people in your life? That sort of situation I've pitted against myself. It's a challenge that I call the 1000 Days Till Death sub-series. That's what I'm facing. I'm assuming 30. And this challenge, the 1KD, not craft dinner, but 1000 Days Till Death, that's just a little pun. That's actually something that is one sub-series of the greater Ahn Rho Project. And the Ahn Rho Project as a whole, as usual, the introduction, as usual, is this self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life. And that will involve the stuff that we have here before us today. So wherever you're from, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, Periscope, welcome to the Ahn Rho Project. Welcome here today in the middle of August. I just want to say that, of course, this is another sub-series here, 1000 Days Till Death. Yes, that is something that is ongoing, but so is inventory management. I call that item catalog. That's the second sub-series of the Ahn Rho Project. And so what you see here today, what you see, what you get, you see in the title, you see some photographs on the top left-hand side. You'll notice we have some food, some dim sum, Siu Mai dim sum. And basically that's some stuff that I purchased yesterday. We have some more inventory in terms of food. There's some snack items here, such as peppermint patties and some drinks that we purchased from Dollarama yesterday. So, we're going to cover all this, and that's part of the second sub-series called the item catalog sub-series. And that's just if you're in business management or, any sort of shipping and receiving, warehousing, you understand what I mean when I say inventory. What comes in, what's come out. I'm just covering all the packaging, all the garbage, all the consumption of food and related materials. So that's the second sub-series of the Ahn Rho Project, obviously, in addition to 1000 Days Till Death. And in addition to all of that, we have, many other components to life, such as money and finance, relationships, hobbies, interests, gaming even, movies, stuff like that. All of that will be covered eventually in due time as a part of the Ahn Rho Project. That is the Ahn Rho Project as a whole. Like I said, self-therapeutic process and a self-improvement process for me to solve the problems and challenges as well as reach the heights and goals I've set for myself. Lots of analogies I like to use for this. Obviously, business management is one of them, inventory management. I can also say it's like a time capsule. Maybe 30 years down the road, I'll look back on this sub-series just to, into the Ahn Rho Project to see how things have changed, how I've grown. So a time capsule is also, I suppose, an in real life survival game in a sense, although it's much more tailored to modern day standards. So it's all of that right here in one channel. So that being said, I think we're just going to deep dive into it. I have been practicing the introduction a little bit more. Maybe I just have my thoughts collected. Today I'm wearing something a little bit different. Sorry, I should probably button up a little bit. But basically, I switched up the getup a little bit after I said that I would I would fix up my shower schedule and my clothing schedule after having fixed up the bed as well and the mattress and completely reoriented the items and furniture in my room that I'm renting out. So that was actually covered in a previous live stream, and I say that in probably in the upcoming weekend, so in about 2 days time, I'm probably going to cover a logistical review and cover the entire contents of my room. So for today, what we have, that was a long-winded introduction, but that's all right. I actually need an introduction, a new introduction for YouTube. So that's something that, that's why it took about 5 minutes. I'm going to cut that up and probably try to put it on YouTube. That being said, today we do have this kind of content, so we can finally get to it. We bought about 6 items, so I'm probably going to see if I can pull up my phone as usual and just show to you how much stuff there was, because obviously I put it on Excel file. And so there are 6 purchases. I mean, no, 2 purchases of 6 items. And well, really like 7 items, because one of them is a condiment. By condiment, I mean, it's just hot sauce. That's all it is. So we have, let's see. Okay, we have, first of all, you can't see here physically because I've obviously eaten the dim sum. So, or I hate saying dim sum in English. It sounds so odd. The intonation's all wrong, but it's supposed to be dim sum in Cantonese. So, you see on the top left-hand corner right there, there's like 2 little sort of like yellow and sort of beige dumpling looking like things. In Cantonese, we call that Siu Mai, and Siu Mai is it's made of pork and shrimp wrapped around in some sort of like a yellow dough, egg dough, I believe. And so that's something you would find traditionally in dim sum restaurants, including something they call hagao. Hagao is made from shrimp. So I didn't have that, but basically yesterday morning I went outside in the morning before I went to work, and I purchased a little bit of dim sum from a bakery store. At the same time, I also bought some bakery items, so I can show it to the camera right now. We have this sort of wrapper here. It's just garbage now. It was a walnut cookie, traditional walnut cookie, very crumbly, very brittle. Not too sweet. Typically, if you go to the bakery, we don't have very many sweet, like very, very sweet items. It's just sort of tart by Western standards, I would say. But I really like that. I enjoy almond cookies and walnut cookies. So that's that. Third item purchased. And I guess I should give you sort of a review as to what Siu Mai tastes like. But the only real way for you to get a gist of it is for you to actually go out there and try it yourself. So if you have any Chinese dim sum restaurants, go for it. I would recommend it because it does taste really good. The third item that I purchased from the bakery store, and last item, is a vegetable bun. So you can see a photograph of there right on the top left-hand corner once again, because again I threw away the packaging. I don't have it with me right now, so we can't really discuss too much about that in terms of here. But the reason why I bought that was just so I had some vegetables, some fruit and vegetables for the day. I know I haven't been keeping up with in terms of health and diet. I haven't been eating a lot of fruit and vegetables, so that's just a bunch of, and it sounds pretty fucking disgusting, I know, but preserved vegetables. So preserved cabbage, it's fermented cabbage and shit like that, and black sesame. Doesn't sound all that appetizing. When I ate it, it's obviously not that. It doesn't taste all that great either, but it's just something that is a good source of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals that you wouldn't otherwise get from solely just grain and meat products. So that's that. So that's the first purchase. The second purchase came from a dollar store. So we do have the majority of the items from the dollar store right here, and there's again only 3 items from the dollar store. And it seems that my phone inventory is about ready now, so I can show it to the camera how many items. I think it's not cooperating. Forget it, it's not cooperating. There we go. There we go. Is it? You know what? It's not cooperating. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just dive into the items that we have before us. So we have about 2-3 items here from Dollarama, D Gourmet. So this one here, the first one is just rice chips, a big favorite of mine. Reminds me of something that when I was a kid, I've mentioned in previous streams, I bought this before. When I was a kid, we had these rice crackers that were very sort of a good mix of sweet and crispy and crunchy and savory. But yeah, definitely reminds me of that. This is a sweet chili flavor. So it's got a little bit of a pop, a little bit of a pepperiness to it. So that's nice, and it's only 90 grams. I guess the main reason I bought this is just kind of like a snack item. 90 grams, has very little fat for a snack food item. Compared to all the other deep fried items, these are obviously rice chips. So you're probably looking at like, what the fuck, that could you get any more stereotypically Asian? Yeah, I know, rice chips, right? Rice chips. Let me just emphasize that. So anyways, sodium levels are a bit high, but you know, compare this to any potato chips outside or French fries. This is way low in sodium. It's only 120 grams for 30 grams, so that's insane. Usually there's triple the amount of sodium and fat, so this is actually quite healthy. And it's not healthy per se, but it's a lot better than what you would get eating potato chips. So what else did I buy? So obviously I'm a big fan of these. Oh shit, fuck. I'm a big fan of these. Again, snack food items, just dark chocolate peppermint patties. I love these so much. Dark chocolate peppermint patties. So it's a mix of peppermint and dark chocolate. You can't really beat that combination. You turn this to the back here. Again, not the most healthy thing. 11 grams of sugar per patty, and I just ate 2 today. So that's I just woke up and I ate 2 already. So it's like, oh, that's horrible. So I'm gonna try to stave off of these things. But this is what they look like on the inside. There's 10 pieces. Again, really cheap stuff, just Dollarama, dollar store. So this was 10 pieces for $2. This thing here for $1.50. Oh, not even, it's just $1. So you can literally get it for a loonie. Again, I'm in Canada, a loonie is $1. We have here we have here the last item, and that's in the title right there. It says Fruit2Go in a dollar store. So I was actually surprised because, you know, the interesting thing about the dollar store we have here in Ontario, Canada, Dollarama, is it's something that's gone nationwide, and it's a business that started up in Montreal, Dollarama, but now has gone pretty much to the entire country and probably expanding as well outside of Canada. Now, what I will say is that I'm always interested to see what sort of new wares they have, because almost every couple weeks, to me, they have these certain new products that come in. It's always interesting how much variety in products they have for a store that only sells things to a maximum of $4. So $1 to $4 is the cap. And so even though the pricing range is only $1 to $4, they actually manage to sell a lot of different things. And so this one is actually from the supermarket, and it's something that usually I buy from a supermarket, but for some reason this time they actually had this inside a dollar store, and I was like pretty surprised because it's a pretty large brand name, Fruit2Go, and black raspberry. So that's just a flavor. The main point in purchasing this and buying this is just so that it has low sugar. It's something that I use to keep myself hydrated when I want to drink something aside from just water, and I always bring water with me wherever I go. But this is just in addition to that in case the water runs out. And I didn't finish it, but that's that. So I should mention one last thing. This has sucralose as its sweetener, so it doesn't have any sugar, and that's the main hitting point for whatever I purchase outside, for it to have very little or no sugar, unless it's coconut water, in which case I sort of make an excuse for that because it has potassium, a lot of potassium, so that decreases the risk of hypertension. So that being said, I think that's about everything. We have 3 items here from Dollarama, from a dollar store, and 3 items from the Chinese bakery, Kin Bakery, where I purchased again some dim sum, Siu Mai, and as well as some preserved vegetable buns and a walnut cookie. I should mention there's also this sort of thing here, and it's just garbage from my caregivers, something that I shouldn't have used to cover oatmeal. It's just wrap. So with that all together is maybe about 7 items, not too much of inventory today in terms of food, which is great because it leaves me more time to focus on other things. Now today's this is the first of 2 live streams today. So the second live stream today will be covering the thing on this side, which you see in the backdrop on your right or my left is basically the backpack, the knapsack that I said we want to finish over the course of maybe 2 weeks time, and it's almost done now. I'm very glad to say that I got the bed mattress thing done. Like I said, the bed mattress has been bothering me for almost a month, and the story behind that we'll get to about about the next 2 days, come Saturday morning, I believe. So it's just in like 48 hours time, so you can look forward to that if you actually watch this kind of stuff. I don't believe that anybody does, but if you do, that's just got to do with me trying to get my room set up for my brother to come back for about a week. He's gonna come back from university, and I want to get his bed back to him. I want to start using my new bed, but that included organizing all the logistics like blankets and bed sheets and the pillow, like all that stuff. I had to purchase my own items. Anyways, that's that. That's one large section of the room I've designated as section 60 to 63. Section about 56 or about 50-ish is this knapsack. So over the course of this past month, and even going on to about next week, we want to finish not only the bed mattress, and everything related to the bed mattress, but also this knapsack. And man, this one's been bothering me for ages, so we're going to move on to this one in the next live stream. But it's almost finished. There's only books to cover here, so why don't we do that? What I'm going to do first, however, is just make sure that on this stream we cover all the garbage. So I'm just going to take out the peppermint patties. Okay, that are not finished. I'm going to take these out, and then I'm going to put all the garbage inside into one hefty container. And of course, this is recyclable, so I have to take that out. But this is garbage, and this is also garbage. So what I'm going to do is just fold that up, put that inside. And so now everything here is just sort of compact and ready to go into the garbage or recycling. So that's that, and this is all for keeps. And so I'm gonna put that to the side now, and we can move on to the knapsack in the next live stream. Okay? So this is the Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in for the first live stream. In about 60 seconds time, once I end this live stream, we're gonna continue on with the second live stream, where we cover the books, okay, from the knapsack. See you all there.